for clothes that Tristan lost. At Bold 3 Detergent Plus.
I need the remote. Where's the remote? What's on?
It's okay to indulge in a good TV series binge from time to time, as long as you do so mindfully.
Welcome to the Mindful Binge.
It's like a book club, just for TV people.
Join Alysse, Bryson, and Lane Kennedy, two sober West Coast besties who have never met in real life, as they recap TV shows and movies they love to binge mindfully.
This dynamic duo digs into shows and movies that feature addiction, mental illness, and recovery as a part of the leading storylines. Now let's get into this week's episode.
And just like that, I'm not going to tire from saying that phrase because we are back with another episode of the Mindful Binge. My name is Alysse Bryson. I'm the founder of the Sober Curator. And today I am here with my friend and partner in crime, Lane Kennedy.
Hello. It's good to be here.
Hello.
Be here.
You're in a good mood today.
I am in a good mood today. I don't know. It's shifted.
Good. I'm so glad to hear that.
Thank
Well,
God.
I'm in a good mood talking about this specific episode of And Just Like That today. We're talking about episode 6, which is, what is the title of this episode?
Sex and the Widow.
Sex and the Widow. Yeah.
Can we just talk about the opening scene really fast?
Yes, please. Let's go to
that
the
window. Scene. I love that window. And then, they put that up on social.
The window?
The window.
Her window from her apartment?
Yes. It's ruined the window for me now.
What happened on social that ruined the window?
They show it. It's not the brownstone. It's literally a set.
Oh.
So my ability to suspend disbelief.
You can no longer.
I'm like, it's just
because you've seen
the
the prop. You've seen behind the curtain.
Yeah. But I love this scene because they're taking us through time. Which I really appreciated.
Well, and her archives of her clothing, that is her net worth, right? That is her investment.
Yes.
Now, other people may not see an investment in that, but there's some pretty fabulous items in there. I like my money right where I can see it, which is in my closet. And the fact that she's pulling everything out of her closet, ooh, I'm here for it all day.
Where are we at? Okay, she's going to her book editor. She's going to find out what's happening with this book.
Yeah.
And if her editor or publisher or whoever, this agent, maybe it's her agent.
Which she's just written this book after Big has died, right?
Correct.
It was not in the works before Big died. So
No.
some time has passed. We don't
Right,
exactly
well, that's
know
that
how
first
much.
window scene.
The
that
window scene. Oh,
scene
right. With
showing.
all the
It
different
goes-
seasons.
Yeah, it goes through like a whole year.
Yeah.
Literally. So we know now, because remember in last episode, we were like, how much time has gone by? Now we know.
At least, yeah, now we know. But how many different hats was she wearing throughout that? Was she wearing any hats at that window? Because she loves to put shit on her head. She really
didn't
does.
have any hats on.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so she's gone to her book editor who loves it. She loves it, but I hate a but.
Yeah, she's not thrilled with it. Like, it's a tearjerker.
Yeah,
but
which is not what she's known for, right? Not what her fans know her for. But it's a comeback book. But so this is where her editor, I think, makes a suggestion, which, in the recovery community, we know that a suggestion is basically a forced thing you need to do.
You need to do it.
Suggestion, air quotes. Yeah, that's funny. No, so a suggestion that she goes and maybe just goes on one date, just one, just give your readers some hope.
I'm not crazy about this idea.
I'm not either. I don't think anybody should be forced back out into the dating world. And as a single woman who has been in the dating world and recently got stood up at a coffee shop, completely ghosted, sat there like a chump wondering, did he pull up and see me and pull away? Did he no-show? Was I catfished? I don't welcome Carrie back into the dating world anytime soon.
Well, because I know that we've now gone through a year of time.
Are you kind of okay with it?
I'm okay. I feel much better now. I missed that window scene the first time I think, yeah, it didn't land with me. But now that I know we've gone through over a year since Big has passed, I'm okay with her having like an idea around dating. I think it's okay.
All right. Okay. All right.
I like that she's open-minded to it, I think.
She's open-minded. Yeah. Yeah. So then where do we go into our next scene here?
Tennis. It's all about tennis with LTW and
Can we talk about the tennis outfits,
okay,
please?
let's talk about LTW.
Oh, she's fabulous. Are you kidding me?
Those
she
glasses,
can do no wrong.
again, the glasses.
No wrong. She can do no wrong.
The glasses are so good.
I actually like Charlotte's outfit. I think it's very Charlotte. I actually did play tennis in high school. I was JV and varsity. I know, because of the outfits, right? That's the whole, I'm not sporty. So the whole reason is like, well, if I have to do a sport, I'm going to do one with cute outfits.
No way.
But her skirt seemed kind of long to me. Like, are tennis skirts that long?
Charlotte's
skirt.
It was a little long. It was a little,
but maybe is that age appropriate? I don't know.
Well,
I felt like it was kind of long for tennis. Like, I don't know.
I thought it was good for her and it went with her aesthetic or her style.
I mean, she is very prim and proper.
Yes,
so
that's
that makes
exactly
sense.
what I thought.
Yeah.
She's not going to be wearing a little tiny, just cover your bum little skirt. No.
Yeah, but I don't think she likes being partnered up with Harry in tennis. No, because that's her domain, right? And then he's coming in and she doesn't appreciate it. She doesn't appreciate it.
No.
I just made hand gesture signs. I just realized nobody can understand
so
that.
So funny. Yeah. But they do well. And then there's the incident.
Yeah, they get in a little fight out on the sidewalk. They're kind of, Charlotte's upset with Harry. And then they get embarrassed because they turn and realize that LTW and her husband are just off to the side. Apparently they just carry sandwiches in their bag or something, having a little after tennis, snack, and they see them fighting. And then Charlotte is like completely upset because she's like, oh, they're not going to think we're this perfect couple. But I don't think any couples are perfect. I mean, I don't know. I have not ever been in a couple, so I don't know for sure.
It's hard to be perfect. There is no perfection.
I don't think that works.
No,
but it's all pretty. Like this is a very believable storyline. I'm buying along with all of this.
Yeah, I think this episode, I'd like to see who the writers were on this episode. I need to go back and look.
Yeah,
this episode was really, really, it was authentic to Sex and the City, I thought.
And remember, I called you and I was like,
yes.
Finally, like this is the episode. I love this episode. This is the Sex and the City I signed up for.
Yeah.
These are the women that I know. This is the fashion that I know. This is the quirky day by day scenarios they find themselves in. I was here for all of it.
The fashion is really good. Seema's handbag at the restaurant.
Oh, Seema.
Unbelievable.
Seema, if you're out there, I think I'm ready to be a lesbian. Call me. I love her. I love her.
Yeah, she's just stunning. But I like the conversation that they're having, trying to ensure Carrie that it's okay to date.
Yeah.
That it's, they're there to support her through this.
But not pushing her. And she's really hesitant. And I don't blame her. It's not like, Carrie had quite the tumultuous dating life. Like that's what the whole show was built around, right? Like, she still is probably having PTSD from that Post-it. So, she's not super eager to get back out there, but she wants to do it for the sake of the book, right? Because she wants the book to be good.
And this conversation that she has with Miranda about having sex again, that she's overwhelmed with that idea. And I think this is appropriate and on point, that it would be really scary after you've just lost. It's been a year, but to even have that in your mind, like, oh my God, I'm going to sleep with another person.
Yeah.
That would be scary. But Miranda,
You know what it made me think of? I have not been married, and I have not lost a partner to a heart attack, but I have been not sober and now in recovery. And for me, having sex in recovery, having sex sober, the thought of it was terrifying to me. So that's what I was thinking of. Like, that's the closest thing I could equate this scene to from my own personal experiences. Oh, I don't think I'm ready for that. So that's where I was able to like empathize with Carrie in kind of a different way. But do you see what I'm getting at?
I see where you're going with it.
I mean, we just, the mindful binge, we like to infuse our lives in long recovery into everything we're talking about. So, and I just like to talk about myself. So there's that.
That's great. I like how Miranda is talking about Steve and her, how they're dead.
Yeah.
Right. Like their relationship, because Carrie's talking about having sex. And Carrie's asking Miranda, like, what do you think? Has anything happened? And, Miranda had that incident where she tried to get it on with him
in the kitchen.
In the kitchen. And it was
Awkward.
just a disaster, very awkward, because, she's fantasizing about Che, right? This is where she's at right now. And I don't know. Marriage is hard, but I'm of the variety that you take a vow and you're in that and you work on it. And like one day at a time, I'm married to my partner. And that means
if you don't want to do that, then don't take the vow.
Right. That's exactly right. Like be really clear before you get into that position, because you're going to be with them for the rest of your life. That is what the vow is.
What the vow means.
So marriage for me is really serious. And the women that I have the opportunity to work with and coach, we really go through this process because relationships are hard. Yeah. Right. And we change as we age in our sober lives. And, we can wake up and be like, who is this person that I'm married to? Like, I don't like this person anymore. I don't even want to smell them. So how do you, as a sober woman, kind of move through that? And that's what I love. I love talking about this because there is a way to do it with grace and dignity and
integrity.
And come out on the other side, still married.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Still
so then
in a relationship.
Are you in the camp? Let's go there. Are you in the camp that Miranda should be working through and figuring things out with Steve and not off here, fantasizing with a side of Shay?
Hey, I'm okay with her fantasizing with a side of Shay. I'm all about that.
We know she did more than fantasize. We know it's not past that.
She did cross the line. And what I would have liked is for her to go to Steve and say, are you open to us having an open marriage?
Oh, yeah, that was an option. She could have knocked on that door. You're right.
She could have knocked on that door. Or, you know what, Steve, I feel like right now I need to take a break and sort things out.
Yeah.
Right. I need to, because Steve, as we've seen, he is there. Like Miranda is his person for life.
Yeah. And he, I think she's kind of shady in her behavior around this. I do.
Yeah,
I do. I don't think she's an integrity.
No, but this is like alcoholic behavior. She wants more.
Well,
more,
true,
more.
except she's not drinking anymore. She just magically stopped, which I am still completely irritated by, just so we're clear.
I can tell.
It's probably going to come back in the last episode, and then that'll be our cliffhanger to take us into season 2. But like it's at least in my experience, I didn't like realize I had a drinking problem, and then poof, I just stopped drinking and it was miraculously okay. That did not happen for me, and I don't know anyone that's happened for.
No, but it happened for me.
Well, that's right. I know you said that,
but it happened. But like I put down the drink, and then I was like, okay, this is it. I'm done. Like it didn't. Yeah. I didn't even realize that was it.
But you did other things, right? She hasn't even.
No.
You didn't go to 12-step, you didn't go to rehab, you didn't go to therapy, nothing. You just put it down and that was it.
I
At first?
At first, yes, I did.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't wrap my mind around that.
Yeah.
But thank you for showing me that it's possible.
It's possible. It's possible.
All right.
Where do we go from here?
Are we at the auction yet? LTW and her husband are hosting the auction. Did we get to that? Or did I fast forward?
I feel like there's something about Naya happening in this. The storyline with Naya is so it's heavy. It's really heavy.
Yeah.
They're showing this infertility issue, but then they also start to show the breakdown of the marriage.
Yeah.
And not getting wants and needs met. And they're showing
not being on the same page.
Yes.
Yeah.
And again, if Naya was in recovery, or it's like really kind of stepping back and having a different perspective of like, what does my partner want? What are the options? Can we adopt? Can we use a donor? There's other things, right, that they could be investigating. Fertility, there's many, many options, I guess. And they're only showing one path right now. And I hope they go somewhere else.
I do too. This is not an issue I've ever dealt with. I had my son very young. I was 20 when I got pregnant. So I can't identify this with per se, but like, I imagine that if I really wanted a child and I was not able, it was not happening naturally. I can understand going through IVF, most certainly, but not everyone has that luxury, right? Not everybody has access to the funds in order to have that as an option. But there are so many babies and kids and children out there that need fostering and adoption and taking care of. I just don't know why that isn't a higher up on people, why people are so fixated on procreating their own genetically attached human.
Right.
Like, isn't it about loving a child? Does it matter that it's blood related? I don't understand that. If you really want a child, there are a lot of options.
There's a lot of options. A lot of options. So I'm hopeful for the storyline. I hope they kind of maybe course correct it. I don't know where they're going to go, but I'm in it for them because it's hard. It's really hard.
Love Naya.
I do love Naya.
And I love her. I love the way she looks. I love her vibe.
Yep. Her vibe is so hot.
Yeah, I would want to be friends with her for sure.
Yeah.
I would sit in her class.
I would hand raised. Where do we go? So after this, we're at the auction.
Yes.
Right. But we've already seen that Carrie has looked at the dating app, right? Because she needs to do this little suggested
did she already go on the bad date?
She hasn't been on the bad date yet.
Doesn't she run into him
at
the auction?
She does. Yes. That's right. Yes.
So she does go on the date. Yeah. And they have a great time.
Right. They do.
Right. They have
for 2 seconds.
For 2 seconds, a great time, which is they're both surprised because they're both widows.
Right.
Right. And then they get outside and have a little.
They get drunk.
But they have a group puke, right? Like they both get. Which I'm sorry, you puke, I puke. If I'm around somebody that projectile vomits, I will in solidarity be right behind you doing the same thing.
Right.
I can't.
Yeah. Oh my God. So I do like the fact that she's going through scrolling and then she's like looking at him again. And then we're at the kids event, Charlotte's kids school event.
Yeah.
And we see the widow and she's like,
no. Oh no. Oh,
and they look fabulous. Okay.
Everybody looks fabulous in this. Yes.
Carrie's dress. I love that I would wear that dress.
Yeah. It was pretty fabulous.
LTW is kind of off her. She's not centered in this. She is not in her mindful presence at all.
Uncomfortable. She does not like being center stage. She does not like being behind the mic. She keeps having those problems, like not talking to the mic, and her husband are kind of getting into it. And she's
which I find so interesting.
Vulnerable. That was like interesting. But
why is this happening?
I mean, just because she carries herself as a very confident woman doesn't mean she's always confident. I've had moments on stage where it's just like I feel a little rattled or off center, and I'm just not vibing in the way that I want to be, and then I'm kind of thrown. Like that happens. And she's so
That's
there.
true.
Yeah, they're
That's true.
everybody looks good, but it's a tense kind of a night.
It is tense. I do appreciate Harry asking for the apology. Right? Like he's so like on.
He is like a dog with a bone
Yes.
about it.
Are you going to apologize?
Yeah. And Charlotte is like, no, F you. I'm not apologizing.
Right. But the way that they show this is so beautiful. They're showing the male partner asking for the apology. This is not real life, is it? I mean, but it's a great fantasy. It's a great, if you're a man out there doing this, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. What else is going on in this scene? Oh, Che shows up.
Che shows up and Miranda is like lurking like a creepo, like a teenage girl that's like wants to stalk her lover's house. Like creepy. Like
she is very creepy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
It's unhealthy behavior in my opinion.
It's really unhealthy. But she needs it.
Yeah. She can't help herself.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else? They're gonna try to auction Carrie off for a date.
Oh my God.
Which is not what she thought. She thought it was like a lunch, like she was being auctioned off for a lunch. Can you imagine?
No, I felt so bad. I was like,
yeah.
Oh no. And then nobody's bidding. Oh God.
Can you years ago when I was running a magazine in Seattle, we had celebrity singles party. The whole premise of it was we had local celebrities, quasi celebrities, let's use that word loosely. And they knew ahead of time that we were auctioning them off for a date, and then all the money was going to charity, so it was for a good cause. But I can remember one of the first or second people we auctioned off when nobody bid. So uncomfortable. I was like, I would never. And then there was one guy who didn't even show up, and thankfully he was a football player, so we were able to get a cardboard cut out of him really quickly. But like, I can't imagine being in a situation of being auctioned off. That would be a nightmare for me. But then this guy like buys her, which I think is kind of romantic.
It's sweet. It's a nice gesture.
It's a nice gesture.
He is a widow, which, they're on the same page. It was a nice gesture. I am okay with this. I appreciate it and where they're trying to go with this. And he's an attractive fella.
He's good looking.
Yeah. I think we're coming up on where we are again. Miranda's in bed with Che.
Boo.
I just don't know where they're going with this. And for Che to be that invested in a married woman, I find interesting.
Yes, but in the next episode, which we haven't talked about,
we're not there yet. No,
we're not. Yeah. There's a lot of conversations they probably should have had before getting in the bedroom. Let's just
right. I mean, Che is like very politically correct, politically on point, right? Dynamic. They know the rules, I guess, so to speak.
Yes,
and so when I see them in bed together, I'm like, Che, what are you thinking? Is there that much passion? Right? Because sometimes there's so much passion between two people, you can't help but take your clothes off. So I'm thinking,
I don't know that I'm picking up on those vibes though.
It's pretty intense.
I don't know. The vibe I pick up from Che is that they are very direct and honest and blunt in their communication.
Yeah.
So they assume everybody else is too. That's kind of my MO with her, with them. Still working on that. I'm a work in progress, but I'm getting there.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but all I could think of during this scene is you're cheating on Steve. You're breaking Steve's heart. That's all I can think about.
Yep. That closing scene with Carrie back at the window.
Still surrounded by all her fabulous clothes.
She's just so beautiful. Like the light. I mean, she looks really good for her age.
Didn't you want to just throw on an evening gown and walk around your house after that? I did.
She's so good.
I mean, and then I realized that would take effort, and then I didn't do it. But like, I loved the idea of it. That gown is beautiful. We know that gown from back in the original shows.
Are we talking about a gown?
Wasn't she sitting in the window in that big dress?
No.
Oh, I'm getting confused.
Was she? No.
Once again.
I'm going back now. No, she's still in her white dress.
Oh, she's still in the white dress. Okay.
Yeah. The Katharine Hepburn. Beautiful.
Yeah.
We're not there at that beautiful dress yet.
Okay, now it's
coming.
Beautiful dress.
It's coming.
This is what happens when you don't binge mindfully, is you get confused between episode and episode.
But this is the episode where we both had that. This is what we want. This is what we like.
Finally, like this, they found their rhythm. Like it was a bumpy takeoff on this new sexy ride that we're on. And just like that, I'm here for it still. Like, they still have me. Like, I don't always agree with the writers. I don't always agree with the fashion. But at the end of the day, this story is about friendship.
Yep.
And I love friendship with my lady friends.
Yep.
And the ups and the downs and the hilarity and the shared cute moments, all of it. Like, I'm here for all of that.
Yeah.
And it's easy to get carried away with this show. It just is.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun. Cheesy.
So next episode is number 8.
No,
we'll be back.
This is number 6. We still got 7.
No, this is number 7 that we just talked about.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Ugh, I can't count. I think I need more coffee. All right. Yes, the grand finale, right? The big finale.
No,
it's not. Are there 10 episodes?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Next episode is 8. It's Bewitched, Bothered, and Bewildered. Dun, dun. This is where Che has the like, what are you like? Yeah, but we're not going to go there.
Oh, right.
Right. And then we have episode 9, No Strings Attached, and 10, Seeing the Light.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, you're right. You're right.
So we have
say
some
that
more
a lot to you. You're right,
episodes.
and I'm wrong.
I'm not. It's all good. So binge mindfully, be in the present moment when you're watching any show so you can enjoy it even more.
And if you want to see all the shows we've been talking about, you can go over to mindfulbinge.com.
Very good. Till next
time.
Till
next time. Take good care.